mondo ibed gi ng'eyo mang'eny e weche mag fwambo. Ndikri kaka achiel kuom jopuonjre mondo mi ichak wuodhi mar bedo jafwambo. Mondo ing'e mathoth, ywanwa tol kokalo e namba 0726324028 kata tudri kodwa email marwa cityscopetv@gmail.com kata www.cityscopemediacenter.co.ke. Cityscope Training Calling.
Right, a very good morning from wherever you're watching us from across Kenya and beyond. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your mid-morning with us. Welcome to Scope Connect, and this is your trusted platform of insightful conversation, current affairs, inspiring stories and discussions that matters to you and the community. And I am your host, Clifford Ogonda, with my co-host here,
Brenda Agenyo.
Yes, a very good morning to you once again, and thank you so much for choosing to join the broadcast. This is Scope Connect. Remember, you can also find us at all our social media platforms, that is at Cityscope TV, at Clifford Ogonda, also at Brenda Agenyo.
Yes.
Brenda, good morning.
Good morning, Clifford.
How was your night?
My night was okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Today we were talking. This is first of all, this is Talk Truth Thursday. I want to welcome all the viewers to Talk Truth Thursday, and as all of us all know that we have a by-election that is happening. That is the parliamentary by-election that is happening at Ol Kalou constituency. That is maybe just to start us off, I want us to maybe get because I can see the candidates that are in the ballot, that is the Ol Kalou by-election 2026 that is ongoing currently.
Yes.
And the candidates are as follows. We have Rachel Wangui Njoroge, People's Democratic Party. We have Stephen Wainyoke Waithaka, National Liberal Party. We also have Wilson Kigwa, that is from Jubilee Party. Samuel Muchina from UDA Party. Also Abdullahi Abdifa Hussein, Federal Party of Kenya. We have Timothy Kamau Kariuki, People's Renaissance Movement. We also have Sami Kamau Ngotho, DCP. We have Edward Mathenge, Kenya Moja Movement. And lastly, we have Edwin Kariri Muchiri. We have PNU. So we have several candidates there, almost around 10 of them here, and we have different candidates from different political parties, and we hope for the best. That is the Ol Kalou by-election, and maybe by evening we will be finding the results, so that at least we get to know what is happening in the Ol Kalou, and we also hope that all goes well. We also hope that there will be no disruptions, as earlier on was foreseen. And maybe just to ask, from whatever happened from Ol Kalou by-election,
Yes.
what do you think? What are you foreseeing in the next maybe general election come 2027?
Let me start with what has been happening in Kalou.
Yes.
Right from the campaigns, how they have been conducting the campaigns in Ol Kalou. It has been a tough race between DCP and UDA. Those other candidates are just there, but the race is between the UDA and the DCP candidate. If you saw the Gazette for today, you saw the two pictures, Ruto this side and Rigathi Gachagua this side.
Yes.
So what they are trying to portray is that the race is between Ruto, the president, Ruto, and the DCP leader, Rigathi Gachagua. And through our campaigns, we have seen Rigathi Gachagua has been complaining over and over again about the UDA using a lot of money during their campaigns and all this. It means that the president or the Kenya Kwanza government or the UDA they have used a lot of effort to make sure that they win the Olkalau race. Olkalau is in Nyandarua County, yeah. So they have used a lot of effort. The president and the team, they have used a lot of effort to make sure that they win the race. Because somehow, if you look at this is also going to show what is going to happen in 2027 general election. If Ruto wins the Olkalau by-election, it means that it still has so many votes in the Rift Valley region. You know what is happening in Mount Kenya, you know what has been happening politically in Mount Kenya of late. Rigathi Gachagua and the Uhuru Kenyatta team and also the UDA team, they have been having this conflict and all this about what is happening in Mount Kenya region. And you know, Mount Kenya region is one of the regions here in Kenya that defines each and every year's general election. So this election is not just a by-election for the people of Olkalau. This by-election of Olkalau is also going to determine what is going to happen in 2027 general election. So let's wait and see who is going to win. Let the winner win fairly. That is my hope and that is my prayers. Even though the Rigathi Gachagua team, they already started crying that they feel like there might be some malpractice in this by-election and all this. IBC said that they are very ready to do this election. They are going to make sure that it is fair. And also we have this ELOG. ELOG is this organization that oversees the elections in Kenya. When they talked yesterday, they said that they have some fears that maybe there might be some malpractice and also some chaos might erupt during this by-election. They even wanted the IBC maybe to postpone this by-election and all this, but let's just pray for the best. But whatever is going to be the outcome in this by-election, I'm telling you, it has a lot of determination for 2027 general election. Yeah.
And even while I think it was yesterday that I saw some of the pictures of some of the happenings that around the constituency, there was a heavy security within the constituency. The roads, we had police checking vehicles and everything. What do you think they are trying to do? Are they trying to do that because they fear of maybe there might be some people who maybe might have been sent by unknown individuals to come and cause chaos, or maybe they're just doing that because genuinely, were they doing that genuinely, or maybe because of what has been happening around
I can just
before
say
the
that,
election?
Okay, I can just say that it's very necessary, very necessary for security to be tight in that area. One, because we have seen what has been happening in the country for some time. This Gunism, whenever there is this anything to do with political rallies, even if it's just a prayer, like the one in Kisumu, there's been chaos, there's been Gunism all over Kenya, every part of Kenya. We have seen these things. So I think it's very necessary for the security to be very tight in that place to make sure that there is no chaos that might erupt, whatever is going to happen there. Let me just tell you this, from the way that Rigathi Gachagua has been talking, if you have been listening to Rigathi Gachagua for some time talking about this Olkalau by-election, you can tell that Rigathi Gachagua is trying to maybe prepare his people that the Ruto, the UDA team might steal this election. And you know, once a political figure, once someone like Rigathi Gachagua is kind of inciting people that these people are planning to steal this election and whatever, that will anger the people on the ground. That will anger his supporters. So the government need to prepare. The security must be very tight and very high in that place, because anything can happen. Chaos might erupt. Yeah.
Now, what do you think, maybe after, probably right now it is maybe still too early maybe to predict, but do you think that it will end peaceful maybe after the defeat? Maybe you can, maybe let's say for example the DCP will have been beaten by the UDA candidate. Do you think it will be just, will they take it lightly, or maybe they can just cause chaos, because already they've started thinking that there will be a stale of votes?
Let's pray and hope for peace to reign in Olkalau by election. But the truth of the matter is, what I know is that the UDA party used a lot of resources and effort to make sure that they win this by-election. Because at the same time, you know, Nyandarua County is now figured as Rigathi Gachagua and the team, the DCP, they feel like that is their base, like they are the ones who should be winning in that by-election and all that. So if any case, by any chance they don't win, chaos might erupt. Let me just say might. There's a possibility of chaos might erupt in Olkalau. That is why ILOG said that maybe they should postpone this by-election and all this, because already they have foreseen that something might happen, chaos might erupt in Olkalau. But as for now, we are praying for peaceful by-election. We are praying for peace to reign in this Olkalau by-election.
Now, maybe connecting to that, maybe I want to connect this with the 2027 generation that is ahead of us. I saw yesterday a group of the Linda Mwananchi aspirants, young people, launched a system that will help assist in the election, so that at least the elections are free and fair, without stealing or without anything. Do you think that is the direction to go, or maybe do you think the idea can be adopted by the IEBC?
Here in Kenya, it has been a norm, it has been a practice, it has been there, that each and every election, the losers will always complain about election was stolen, or this and this happened and all this. So there is something that even in 2027 general election, we are expecting the same thing to happen, and we are expecting the people we lose to still go to the court to protest that elections were mad with malpractice and all that. But I think that it's high time we start maybe trusting our system and the IEBC, that they can also conduct good election. They can also conduct fair and free election here in Kenya. Because if we continue believing that there is no free and fair election in Kenya, these are some of the things that angers our people and bring this by-election, protest and all this. If that team, Linda Mwananchi team, if whatever they are trying to do, if they figure it out that it can help maybe to curb this stealing of election and all this that bring the chaos after the election in Kenya, then I can support it. I think maybe it can be, but you know, the government is also the government. These are the opposition. They are in the opposition, so maybe whatever they are going to do cannot even maybe help that much. If you try to figure this out, you will realize that maybe it's not going to help that much. But I can say that we need to come up with a system whereby our elections can be free and fair. Each and every general election, we can have a free and fair general election, so that our people don't lose their lives. Each and every election, after election, there's protest, people protest, and then there's brutality. People keep on losing their lives as a result of a general election here in Kenya. It's not something which is good. Now, this 2027 general election is even, I have a lot of fear in it, because there are already chaos outside here. Before even, we have not even done to 2027. We are still some months away from the general election, but already things are very hot outside here. Now, this one is even more different this year. This general election is going to be more different compared to other elections that we have had in Kenya. You see, the Luos now, the fight is now within the Luos. Luos are fighting themselves. Kikuyus are fighting themselves. Kisis are fighting themselves. Now this is kind of different. Maybe before it was the Luos, Kikuyus, and the Kambas and whatever, they were together. They're not fighting themselves. They're fighting the other tribe and all this. Now this year, the fight is down here. The fight is now down here. This general election, if our leaders don't do anything to make sure that there is peace before this general election, things might turn very ugly. Things may turn very ugly for us.
There was also a record that was given by the Infotrack, and you saw it was giving high chances of a repeat of what happened in 2007 happening again in 2027.
Yes.
How do you think, how true is that? Do you think that is what is going to happen, or maybe
I'm telling you, it might be very true, because if you look at This one might even be serious than that one. You know, in 2007, although I was still very young, it was these other tribes against the Kikuyu. So it was kind of tribalistic. But this year now, it's not even about the tribes. Now, each and every tribe is fighting themselves. Like now, here in Luo, people are really divided. This 2-term and 1-term slogan has now divided people so much. And I can tell you that there's a lot of hunger on the ground, you can see, and people are very ready to die. There's a lot of Gunism, and each and every leader that is vying for different positions. It's like they are forming their own groups, they are forming their own goons, they are forming their own political groups and all this. And this is happening down here. I don't know, but the way I see things, if this thing is not, maybe if our leaders don't come out to make sure that there is peace, they do not come out maybe to bring people together, to bring that unity before 2027 general election, if we just go the way we are going, because nowadays the way people are killing themselves, people are, I don't know how to put this, but there's a lot of chaos already. We have a lot of chaos, we are living in fear, and if something is not done at the correct time, at the correct way, 2007 general election might be very bloody. Yeah.
Now, since we are now, this is I think the 7th month now that Baba is missing, and do you think this is happening because while Baba was alive, then maybe there were chaos, but then at the end of the day, Baba will come out and intervene, maybe talk to the people, or maybe calm the people down. But since the demise of Baba, things have just taken a different direction. Do you think that there is any political leader or maybe a political figure that you are seeing that probably might have that the characters of Baba, or maybe can somebody can take up the role that Baba was playing in politics of calming the people listening to him or something? Do you think there's a possibility of a politician that can come up with that?
First of all, Raila was a symbol of peace. If you can see in all these election protests and all this, Raila has been a symbol of peace. If he sees that so many people are now dying, things are going south, Raila will always come in and make peace, to make sure that there is peace. And I can also say that if you can see what is happening in ODM, after the death of Raila Amolo Odinga, ODM just split. There's been chaos in that ODM, and nobody can bring them back together. Nobody can stand and say that now let's go this direction. They don't have a direction. Actually, ODM doesn't have a direction. Just the other day, Oburu Oginga was saying that, I don't know, they will work together with Ruto. Then again, another person goes to another function, as long as they're still supporting Ruto, but again, they are planning to endorse someone for the presidency race. So we don't know what is really happening in ODM, and we can see that ODM has split, so that we have these Linda Mwananchi people, they are from the ODM whatever. But if Raila was alive today, I don't think that people like Sifuna, people like James Orengo will have a parallel party or whatever is happening, running parallel from the ODM team. So I can say that Raila was a symbol of unity, and Raila had the authority to make peace. Raila had the authority to calm people down. If Raila said we are going to do this, we are going to do it. If Raila said we are not going to do it, we are not going to do it. Let me tell you something. When Raila was there, if Raila called for a protest, if Raila called for a mandamano, people will come out in large numbers. People will obey that. People will go out. But since Raila is no longer with us, you have seen the opposition leaders, they have been calling for mandamano, and you have seen what is happening. So come to think of it, what if there is a war in Kenya, something happens, now people are now in war and all this, and then the opposition leaders, they say that, oh, we need to stop it. Will people stop it? If they call for mandamano, nobody goes out. Only the few people can manage to. We have never seen anything like mandamano since Raila left us. So I just want to say that losing Raila, maybe it was supposed to be maybe after 2027. I don't know. But this has put us in a very, very dangerous situation. And as per now, we don't have any leader that can bring calm and can bring people together. But if these our leaders can stop being divided and come together, you know, I have my supporters as a leader, you have your supporters as a leader. These our supporters are the ones who are fighting each other. If we decide to come together, it means our supporters will also come together. They will also obey us, and that can bring peace. So it's upon all our leaders. No one leader can do this. All of them can do this. If all of them decided to bring peace, then that peace will be there. If all of our leaders, all of them decided to do the right thing, then we will not have this chaos and fears and all this Gunism thing, and all these things will not happen. But because they are the ones who are divided, they are the ones who are bringing this Gunism thing, they are the ones. Nobody, not a person, not one person has that power that Raila has, that can stand and then say that, no, we as Luos, we are heading this way and everybody will follow. No way, that will not happen. Yeah.
Now, speaking of maybe the spirit of Baba now, let's talk about maybe Sifuna. Don't you think that because Sifuna right now, he's having some force behind, he's having the voice of the people right now. Don't you see Sifuna maybe having some because he promised that he will keep the spirit of Baba and also uphold the principles of Baba?
I can say that Sifuna is in the right position, and Sifuna has a massive support behind him. I believe Sifuna is doing maybe what Raila was going to do before 2027. That is according to me. If you have been following, if you are following keenly how Raila used to make his statements, how Raila was talking before Raila dies, you could tell that Raila was not going to support the 2027 general election. I think maybe he was going to support someone, or he himself was going to vie for the presidency position in 2027. So whatever Sifuna is doing, I have a feeling that Sifuna is just following what Raila really wanted. I can say that as per now, but Sifuna cannot feel that it cannot be Baba fully. But partly, yes, he has the power and all this. But you see, still our leaders are divided, and that is also dividing our people. So if this Sifuna can come up with maybe a way of uniting these other leaders, uniting with the people like Oburu Oginga and whatever, so that they can, so that their division cannot be seen anymore. They come and work as one. Actually, I can say that that can also bring peace and can also unite other people, the people now. The main problem is the division with our leaders. Once our leaders are divided, the people are also divided, and that is where the Gunism and the chaos is going to erupt from. Yeah.
And do you think that do you think it is right for now the Linda Mwananchi, the faction, to form a political party against Ruto during the 2027 general election?
Actually, the Linda Mwananchi team, they are already in the opposition. They've already said that they're not going to support the government, they're not going to support Ruto 2027. They are already in the opposition, and I think they can only form alliance with these other opposition leaders. The only people, I don't know where their stand is the ODM. As much as they are telling us that they are going to support Ruto, they are not giving us a clear, what are they going to gain, or what do they really want. They keep on saying that they will have that round table talk, they will have that round table talk. Sometimes back they were claiming that they are going to demand for the position of the DAP, and then again nowadays they have stopped. They are not now they are not going to demand for that position. I don't know, they want it 50-50. I don't know what they really want. I don't know what really these ODM people really want. But they need to come out and tell people that we are only going to do this and this. Maybe if they are going to endorse someone to vie for the presidency seat, if they are going to support Ruto, they also need to tell us, we are going to support Ruto, but we are going to need this and this and this. We are demanding this and this and this. So we are going to get this and this and this as a result. You cannot just tell that we are going to support Ruto and then you as the ODM team. It's going to be the first time we are seeing ODM in the government supporting the government in the position of the president and all this. I'm not saying that they have never been in the government. Yes, even during the time of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, they were supporting the government, but when the general election approaches, they were outside the government. They were now, Raila was now vying for the presidency. So ODM, they need to do something. They are even wasting their time as per now. I don't know what kind of plan they have. But with the Linda Mwananchi team, I can say that they have come out openly, and they're now working with the other opposition leaders. You can see they are working closely with the other opposition leaders. And I think maybe Sifuna can be teamed up with someone. So maybe Kalonzo Musyoka and all this. Infotrack also said that in their early report, they also indicated that the alliance between Sifuna and Kalonzo Musyoka, most people prefer that alliance, Kalonzo and Sifuna. Let me say to you, I can also prefer that alliance. This is one reason why. You see, Kalonzo Musyoka has been a supporter of Baba for a very long time. Kalonzo Musyoka has been supporting Raila for a very long time, actually. So Kalonzo Musyoka have some sympathy votes from the Luos and this other tribe that supports Baba. That is one. Two, Sifuna is also speaking the mind of Baba. As per now, that spirit of Baba is like it follows Sifuna. I don't see any other leader with that spirit and all that. So I think if Sifuna and Kalonzo can team up together, whoever they're going to support as the president and whoever is going to be the DP and all that, I don't know. But I can say that I can gladly say that. Maybe if, I don't know, but I can gladly say that so many people can prefer that alliance.
My worry with the Infotrack team, with the Infotrack records, they were saying that Sifuna and Kalonzo, that is Kalonzo to be now the presidential aspirant, then deputized by Sifuna.
Yes.
Do you think that is, if you compare the two, who do you think should deputize, or maybe who do you think should be the president, the presidential candidate, and then deputized by the other? If you compare maybe the two, depending on the force that they are having and the impact that they're having within.
Sifuna has the force as per now compared to Kalonzo Musyoka. Sifuna has the force. Sifuna has the wave. He has the massive and all this. But I think we should give Kalonzo Musyoka this chance. Let's just Sifuna support Kalonzo and let Kalonzo be the presidential candidate and Sifuna to deputize Kalonzo Musyoka. I think that can be a good alliance according to me. People like Matiang'i, oh no, I don't know.
What do you think about the former Chief Justice David Maraga?
From the moment when I realized that David Maraga has joined politics, I just felt sorry for that man. I think he should have just retired and maintained his legacy. I'm just sorry. That's the truth, according to me. Maraga has a very, very good legacy. He was supposed to just remain an advisor, chief advisor. Right? Maraga was just supposed to. I don't know why Maraga is in politics. I don't know what he's doing in politics. According to me, that was a wrong move. He should have just retired and maintained his legacy. So if he wanted to maybe maintain being on the spotlight and whatever, maybe just advising, giving insight there and there. But Maraga being in politics, no way, no.
That one you have refused. You don't support that. Now let me take you back again to ODM.
Yes.
Do you see a future in ODM beyond 2027?
ODM has no future beyond 2027. If they want to have that future beyond 2027, I think ODM should not support the government. They should maybe support the opposition, or they should endorse someone for the post of presidency and all that. Something is just, I don't know. I kind of feel like beyond 2027, ODM, if they go the direction they are going right now, the same direction they are going right now, they are going to lose a lot of things, and the ODM will just vanish like any other political party that has vanished. According to me, I think for ODM to be, they need to be powerful, and for them to maintain being that powerful, whatever, they should remain in the opposition. Yeah.
Now, out of all this that we've talked about and the political tension that is happening around the country now, how best can you describe the state of Kenya in terms of the political, the environment today? That is, how can you describe?
We are moving to the wrong direction politically. Kenya is moving to the wrong direction politically, and our leaders and the government and the security agency should come up with maybe a way of making sure that they quell this tension and they bring peace before 2027 general election. You people saw what happened in 2024 when the agencies had their protest. You saw what happened during the Mandamano agencies at 25th June 2024. I'm telling you, if these people don't do something about it, whatever happens there might repeat itself in a very, very bad and dangerous way. So the government and the security agencies and the Ministry of Security and all this, I think they need to have a plan on how they can make sure that we have peace. Because politically, I can see we are heading to the wrong direction politically. There's a lot of fear, there's a lot of tension, and we are still months to the general election. Yeah, you can see how this fear is really fueling, seriously fueling down from the grassroots up there. We're in a situation whereby people are being attacked even in church, just going to church. Before there was nothing like that. People were being attacked maybe in mandamanos and whatever, but not church. It is because yes, there's a political person in that church and all that for a rambe. We were now going to be living with fear. And then again, this Gunism thing, they're doing it broad daylight. They don't even fear. These people have come out in broad daylight to just do their thing. So let's just assume now 2027 it will be very bad if nothing is done.
And maybe what do you think can these people put in place in terms of making sure that we have a peaceful general election come 2027? Should we increase security, or maybe should we also maybe, because I remember there's some time that probably there were to bring maybe external security from other the neighboring countries, or maybe from the US or something, when things were tough sometimes back. Do you think also that one can also help, so that at least we help manage the general election peacefully?
If our security confirm that they cannot handle the situation, let them seek for help. But as per now, I think that they can handle the situation. The only problem is that it's like they are working with the goons. Yeah, they are not doing their best. The government is not doing whatever they're supposed to do to make sure that people are at peace and there is enough security. If they can arrest these people, if they not just arrest the perpetrator down here, they can arrest from above, whoever is giving this order and all this, if they can come out very clean and then do the necessary to make sure that there is peace in Kenya. We don't even need those other countries to support us in terms of security and all this. This is something they can do. Yeah, they can do it themselves.
Now let's talk about now the government performance and public expectations, because we have Ruto has been in government for right now. Let me say it's this is the 4th year right now, and there were promises that he gave to the people of Kenya while he was campaigning. Now, up to the moment that Ruto was sworn in, because after swearing in, after he was sworn in as the president, he gave us a period of 100 days for him to complete some of these projects that some of these promises that he promised. Up to this moment that we are speaking right now, what have the president delivered up to this moment?
People are suffering. When President Ruto was campaigning, during his campaign, he promised to make the hustler people live a better life. I cannot say that he's doing nothing. He's trying, yes, but he's still behind whatever he promised people. People are suffering in this era. I can say that according to what he promised the people, oh no, the president is not doing enough. Actually, if you listen to the president maybe launching some of his projects and all this, when he's making his statements, you can tell that the president's campaigning is doing more of a campaign than development. Yeah, the president is campaigning more than development. And some of the projects that the president has been some of the projects that the president has been launching. If you read the newspaper each and every day, then you will see that some of those projects are stalled. You just go there, then launch the project, and then what happened after that? Nothing happens. nothing is happening. Like the Nithi Bridge, I can give an example of the Nithi. I don't know how many times that bridge has been launched, and each and every time the president promised, I don't know, a certain amount of millions for the same bridge. And we have been seeing this going on each and every time. Just the other day there was a clip, KTN has this clip, I don't know if you saw it, of how Ruto has been launching, not just launching, but how Ruto has been promising. Every time he visited that Meru, he will talk about the Nithi Bridge, and the government is giving another 20 million for the Nithi Bridge. The contractors are already there, the construction is already going on, and then when you visit the same bridge, it's the same way it was so many years ago. So I can say that our president, Mr. President, you are not doing well. You need to do something. You need to make sure that youths, we get the jobs that you promise us. You have to make sure that you do whatever you promised people. You know, the issue of SHA has been a problem each and every time. People have been complaining. You go to the hospital, this SHA thing is not working. Those people are doing this, are doing that. And when the CS for health is speaking, they're trying to say that, oh, SHA is just working. I don't know, it's the network problem, it's the water problem. So the health sector, it's not doing good. At the same time, the education center, right now, just yesterday, I saw that the CS for Education, Julius Ogamba, is saying that they need 29 billion to support the education for the universities and the TVETs and whatever. So it means that our education system is not doing okay. At the same time, the secondary and primary schools are also crying because they lack fund. They are not getting fund at the same time. If the education sector now needs 29 billion, we just started a new financial year. Yeah, we are just 1 month in new financial year, and the education sector is already crying. They lack 29 billion to support education and all this. Then that enough is that's already enough to tell you that something is wrong somewhere. So I can say that the president and the Kenya Kwanza government is not doing okay. If you can see how people are living. Like right now, they were supposed to do the review. EPRA is supposed to do the on 14th, the review for the fuel and all that. But they're saying that it's going to remain the same. Like, why? For what reason? We think that the issue that made the fuel price to be high has been resolved, and we are expecting that the fuel prices will at least go down by maybe something. The fuel prices were supposed to go down, actually. They're supposed to at least go down so that the prices of goods and everything at least can also go down. So I can just say that that's why so many Kenyans are hungry. Hungry of, not hunger, but I mean angry, like we are very angry. So that's why the politicians are taking advantage of youths, because the youths are hungry and at the same time angry, both hunger and anger, yes. So the government is not doing enough. Yeah.
Because that is we have high rates of unemployment.
Exactly.
The cost of living is high. The healthcare systems are not working well, and also infrastructure, things like that, insecurity. So now there's a promise that the president gave that you can remember that still remains outstanding.
Yes.
What is this promise that he made that remains outstanding that probably he has not delivered up to this moment?
President Ruto promised Mama Mboga when he was campaigning, he used this hustler fund, this hustle thing, whatever, hustlers people. Hustlers are people like us, the Mama Mbogas, they will not cry, they will have Wi-Fi. Well, by the way, this issue of Wi-Fi and all. And
there's the issue of Wi-Fi. People will be calling for free.
For free, imagine.
There'll be Wi-Fi in each and every household.
Everybody will have Wi-Fi. There was issue of gas. You remember what the president said, that gas we will even be buying a full of gas, that 3 kg at 700. But nowadays, I don't know, we buy it at 3,000. I don't know, in some places it's even 4,000. So there are so many things that the president said that he's going to do that he's not doing. Education, we're supposed to make it lighter, we're supposed to make it easy, but right now education, things are just being complicated, and the schools are crying, there's no fund, so we don't know where are this fund going to. While the ushuru is being hacked, it's being high and all this. Life is very high actually, for everybody, for even the Mama Mboga who voted for Ruto thinking that things were going to be very easy for them. So it's not easy.
All right, we are taking a quick commercial break and we are coming back with more conversation. Stay tuned, and this is Scope Connect.
Be in gi lek mar bedo jafuambo, jalendo e wang' jowi, kata jalony e weche mag mbui? Riwri kod kar tiegruok mar Cityscope mondo iyud lony e chano chenro mag wang' jowi, fuambo kod puodho weche manyien moyiedhi. Yud puonj kowuok kuom jolony magwa mondo ibed gi ng'eyo mang'eny e weche mag fuambo. Ndikri kaka achiel kuom jopuonjre mondo mi ichak wuodhi mar bedo jafuambo. Mondo ing'e mathoth, ywanwa tol kokalo e namba 0726324028 kata tudri kodwa email marwa cityscopetv@gmail.com kata www.cityscopemediacenter.co.ke. Cityscope Training College. Think, believe, achieve. Wang' jowi mar Cityscope obagonu chenro mar dendo kod pako chieng' tich abich tarik 17 dwe mar 7 higani. Riwri kod Joyful Singers Band e pako Nyasaye kochakore saa 3:30 mar odhiambo nyaka okinyi. Gwedhri kod wende mamit mag pako Nyasaye kikeloni kod jawer Eva Atieno.
Mono mari mochopa kawuono kapingi osiepna yo.
Kod injili kaachiel gi lamo mar tipo maloko ngima. Inyalo luwo chenro ma kamae kokalo e wang' jowi mari mar Cityscope kata kokalo e mbui mekwa mag YouTube kod Facebook. The Joyful Singers Band Worship Experience. Otieno achiel, Nyasaye achiel, gweth mogundo. Kik bai.
Dreaming of a career in journalism, television or digital media? Join Cityscope Technical Training College and gain hands-on training in television production, journalism and news production, and digital media and content creation. Learn from experienced media professionals and develop the practical skills needed to succeed in today's fast-growing media. Enroll today and start your journey toward a rewarding media career. For inquiries, call 0726 324 028 or email us at cityscopetv@gmail.com or visit our website at www.cityscopemediacenter.co.ke. Cityscope Technical Training College. Think, believe, and achieve.
Yes. This is Talk Truth Thursday, and we are talking about political state of the nation. And before we went for break, we were talking about things that President Ruto has done and the promises that he gave. And we, my co-host Brenda just said that President Ruto has done a little since he became the president of Kenya. Right now, President is launching several youth empowerment projects. What do you think? What do you think President is thinking while launching these several youth empowerment? Because in the previous, he was measuring on stadiums. He was building stadiums that I believe most of them have stalled right now. Mm-hmm. And there's something that happens that I've always wanted to ask. When President goes for functions, mm-hmm. each and every function that President goes right now, mm-hmm. he promises not less than 10 billion. Because if he visited, maybe let's say for example Kisumu County, like the other time he came in Kisumu and he promised that several billions were allocated so that the roads to be completed, stadium to be built and everything. Where is this money coming from? Is it the money that comes from direct pocket of the president, or maybe this money comes from the national treasury? Because as we speak, Kenya, there's no money, there's no cash flow. But then when president walks across the country, he always promises and leave or maybe allocate money for projects.
The money the president is promising is supposed to be the national, from the treasury. Yeah, that should be the government money, not his own pocket. He cannot promise us something to do something for the for a project from his own pocket. So the money, I assume and I believe, whatever he's talking about is coming from the government. So it's supposed to be from the government, and that's why I'm telling you some of these are just promises. You see, just to make people happy. Because some of the projects that the president has been launching, they have been stalled for some time. For example, when I told you about the Nithi Bridge thing, I watched that video. The first time the president promised a certain amount of money that has been set aside for this project. And then when he visits the same place again, he also promised another a certain amount for the same project. And then then he visits again after some time and he promised the same Nithi Bridge. There has been this amount allocated. I don't know how many millions allocated, how many billions allocated, how many billions allocated, but when you go to the site, nothing is happening. So that is enough to tell you that some of these promises that the president is making, they're just words, maybe to fool the people for campaigns and all that. Yeah. So some of them doesn't mean anything serious.
Now let's talk about the road to 2027 general election, because right now it's like the country is in the mood of 2027 and it is not yet officially announced that the country should be in the mood for election, maybe for campaign. Maybe do you think political parties are already in the campaign mode?
Even the president himself is already campaigning. Yeah, whatever is happening, people are already campaigning. Even some, I can say that even some leaders, if I don't quote anybody, some leaders who are supposed to be busy with the project, bring development to the people, are already campaigning. Now they are using this project and whatever to campaign. So everything is campaign. Campaign is already ongoing. I think the campaigns are supposed to start early 2027. That is around March. Because I saw the IBC said that if you are holding any government position and you want to vie for any position in the next year general election, you're supposed to, by February, you're supposed to resign. So meaning from March, you're free now to start your campaigns and all that. So I think whatever is happening, they have been campaigning even before, even last year, there have been campaigns all over. That's why I'm telling you some of these projects you see that are being launched and whatever is being done, these things are just campaigns. You saw that people were complaining of how President Ruto was visiting Nyanza so much.
Yes.
Yeah, he was visiting Nyanza, this function in Nyanza, in Kisumu, in Homa Bay, the president, whatever. You see, that was just a campaign to make sure that 2027, the Nyanza people are behind him. So I can say that there's a lot of campaigns that have been going on. These leaders are supposed to be working for the people, but instead they're campaigning, which is not okay. Yeah.
Speaking of those who are supposed to be working, because I saw the Honorable, the CS Mbadi, also he was campaigning for the president. We also saw the Speaker of the National Assembly also doing the same for the president, and there was also a team that went to court and appealed, maybe filed a case against that, because that one is not doing the correct thing. Because right now we are not officially in the campaign mode and the people have already started campaigning. Now we as Kenyans, we have been people of handouts. You are voted for depending on how much you give, or maybe how much you have helped, or maybe like people have been voting with their stomach. People don't think about the future, because that has been a major problem. Now this year, come 2027, I think Kenyans have seen what has been happening with the leaders. They know leaders that are causing mayhem, the leaders that are sending these goods, they know. And the Gen Z also protested against bad governance and everything. Now this time round, what are some of these qualities that you think that they should look in a candidate before he or she is voted in various positions?
We need to vote for leaders. There is a leader. A leader is someone who has the ability to lead, someone who has the ability to bring together, someone who has the ability to do the development, someone who will see, who knows what their people need. As a leader, need to know what my people need, someone who can do their roles well. The only problem here in Kenya is that we are electing people based on who they are, based on what they have. That's why this thing of Bunism and this thing of people just being given handouts and whatever we cannot ignore it in Kenya. It's there and it has always been there. So we need to, this general election, I can say that we need to go for leaders. We need to elect leaders. You were talking about the issue of John Mbadi and the issue of Moses Wetangula campaigning for the president and all this. You know, according to the Constitution of Kenya, if you are holding a public office, you are not supposed to be in campaign. You are not supposed to be campaigning. Yes, we don't. We say that. Okay, we know that the president is the one who appointed them for the positions they are holding and all this. But these people are not supposed to just come out openly and campaigning. They are campaigning openly. They are not even doing their job. Some of them were given those jobs as in the time of, I don't know, they are experts and all this. We don't see them doing their job. Whatever they do is go to these matangas and then start campaigning for the president, calling other people names and doing this. And these are all CS. So me, I'm not in support of that. When appointing the CS, the cabinet secretaries, we need to appoint people with knowledge. We don't need to appoint. Such positions should not be held by politicians. Now that is number one problem we have. Someone is not even an expert in that field. Someone doesn't even know anything to do with that field. And then this person is given this position as a reward because this person campaigned for me when I was vying for this position or whatever. You see, that is where we go wrong. That is why so many things, so many doctors, so many ministries are not doing well here in Kenya, because the people leading those positions are merely politicians. Example, you have the issue of security now in Kenya. We need action. We don't need politics into it. And then also, yes, everything is just talking to politicians. You know, we know you are the one doing this. Why, if you know that somebody is the one doing this, we want to see action. Arrest this person. Take this person to the court with evidence that this person is the one responsible in doing this. Don't go to political arenas. Don't go to these churches and these matangas and start telling people, oh, we are going to do this. We know this person is the one. That is politics. Now everything is being politicized here in Kenya. Instead of someone doing their job, because these people are politicians. Someone is holding that position, but he's a politician. He doesn't even know anything to do with that docket. He's not even an expert. He doesn't have the primary knowledge. Someone needs to have a primary knowledge, maybe in that ministry before he's being handed over to that ministry. So that is number one reason why we have problem. Actually, that is what is promoting corruption. Because now I'm the leader in this ministry, I'm the CS, but I don't have knowledge in this, I don't have what is called primary knowledge in this ministry, meaning I cannot handle things very well. Now we'll have to have some people behind me who will be working. Maybe, you know what these people do? They take some expert now to work down here. Now these people will be very smart enough to steal money. This is why there's a lot of stealing of money and whatever, and the CS is just there. CS is also wondering how this money, why this corruption thing is not, we are not getting rid of corruption in Kenya very soon, because we don't elect people expert in these positions. Again, when we are collecting leaders, we will elect goons. Someone is just a goon that people know this person is a goon, this person like chaos, this person is very happy when there is no peace and all this. But we elect them because they are popular and they are giving handouts. So that is where we go wrong as people of Kenya.
Now, even as we wind up this conversation now, maybe what do you think should politicians, maybe the political class, do at least so that they promote a peaceful election or a peaceful campaign period?
Politicians themselves should preach peace. They should make sure that there is peace. If I have my supporters and I tell my supporters what we need here is peace, even if the opposition, the person who is opposing me is coming to the same place, maybe it's my area of dominance and all this, and then I tell my people we don't need chaos here, let those people come and campaign and go, we have peace. But them themselves, they are the ones who are paying these goons to go and bring chaos. So that's why there is no peace. If they start, this peace will start with the leaders. I mean, if our leaders can have peace, if they can bring peace, if they can have respect for each other, and then they stop this Matusi, even the president and Atusiana. What is that? Like, what is that? How do we expect us, we down here now? It's that too much. They don't have respect for themselves. They are the ones bringing this division. If they can stop these things and preach peace, then we just have a peaceful election. We'll just have peaceful Kenya. Yeah.
Now, maybe even as we finished, as we are finishing, do you think we can have a peaceful election if some of these leaders change the way they do their things? Maybe the way they participate, or maybe have these campaigns done.
Yes. We can have a very, very peaceful election, election whereby you wake up from your house early in the morning, you go line, you vote, you go back home, believing and trusting that IEBC is going to give you a genuine result. Then you wait for the result. If you fail, you say, if the person you are supporting doesn't win, you will just say, next time we will win, and then things move on together. You meet on the streets, you laugh, people argue without anger and all this. Nowadays, you just start talking about two-term, one-term, where there are 3, 4, 5 people. I'm telling you that conversation doesn't end without people fighting, without something happening. So if these politicians can change the way they are doing their things, and then they stop this Bunism thing and all this, we can just have a very peaceful election. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for staying with us. Thank you so much, Brenda, for the thoughtful insights that you've been giving throughout this discussion since we began up to this moment. We have come to the end of our show today, and remember, let us stay informed and let us have integrity even as we participate in some of these things that are ahead of the 2027 general election. To our leaders, let us promote peace, and also let us campaign peacefully. Let us help the citizens have a peaceful election towards 2027 so that we cannot lose life or maybe get back into what happened in the 2007 general election. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. This has been Scope Connect, and have been your host, Clifford Ogonda, with my co-host here,
Brenda Agenyo.
Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow, same time, same place, and God bless you.